Now, every month, over 10,000 developmentally disabled people are sent to prison in the United States, and most are represented by public defenders. In 2021, California opened a complex legal pathway for them to appeal for treatment instead of prison time. And a short film called Forgiving Johnny examines one of the first cases to make an attempt with the help of technology. I had to know more, so the other day I spoke to LA County Public Defender Noah Cox and Forgiving Johnny producer Teresa Barreria. Take a look. So I need you guys to tell me all about Forgiving Johnny. What is this project? What are we going to see? And, what can we expect?
So I'll start by the film Forgiving Johnny. It tells a story of Johnny. Johnny is a person that lives in LA, and he suffers from fetal alcohol syndrome. And because of that, he has developmental disabilities. So the film talks about his story, but also it's about his attorney, Noah, that is here today. So Noah's journey to get Johnny diverted from prison to a treatment facility. Now, the law in California does exist, but to apply for diversion and to build the case, it requires a lot of resources and time that public defenders usually don't have. And to enable that, Publicis Sapient worked with the LA Public Defender's Office to help them transform their systems and created a new case management system that really helped digitize 116 million records. And so Noah was able to take advantage of that, and using that technology that allow him to submit all the records using digital technology and use that to defend Johnny. And really was a huge game changer for the outcomes of the case. So the film is focused on Johnny's story and told by Noah in that journey, but it also shows that technology enables Johnny's defense and ultimately enables his forgiveness, which is something we don't hear and talk about all the time. Specifically now, there's a lot of negative discourse in the role of technology. So when you watch the film, you can see that technology, it played a role in leveling the playing field and also democratizing access for all.
Yeah. Noah, did you see a lot of people kind of against using this kind of technology because, it is newer and we're always discovering new things about technology? And just like Teresa was saying, there's a lot of discourse in the world of technology. But did you see a lot of resistance as you tried to use that to fight Johnny's case?
Well, change is hard, but I would say in my role working in the neurocognitive disorders team, where we work with people like Johnny who have developmental disabilities, we need a system that allows us to engage collaboratively for that person. And so it was, as Teresa said, game changing for us to be able to have all of his information accessible online and share that with the experts we work with and the treatment team that we developed, and to make sure that everybody knew everything and had everything they needed immediately available.
Absolutely. And I can only imagine sitting down. I haven't had the chance to watch the film yet. I can only imagine sitting down and watching this film and the emotional roller coaster that we're going to go on. Teresa, do you think this is something, the developmental disabilities, that's something that we need to take into consideration before we even get to this point?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think that, the technology, like I said, enable access, and technology enable forgiveness. But the question sometimes we have to ask, right? How do we don't even get to this point, right? How do we? And the law is a great law that exists in California that allows for diversion. But we also should question how do we can, don't get to the point that we actually have to use head in a defense. If we have better way to respond to situations like that, perhaps it could help us not to get to the situation that Johnny ended up himself getting. So I think the film brings light to very important issues like mental health and criminal justice reform, and it helps us, have a conversation about those issues.
Absolutely. Noah, was there anything really unique outside of Johnny's developmental disabilities that you found when trying to work with his case? Or can you drop any little nuggets that we might pick up in the film?
Well, I think the most important thing for Johnny was the support network he had through his family. And although he was accused of an altercation against them, he was also so supported by them. They had been with him throughout his life. It's actually his sister who raised him. He thinks of her as his mother, and she has been his rock, and in fact, the entire family's rock through years and years and years of his struggles. And so her work with him is really, I think, in my opinion, the most inspiring portion of the film. And I'm really grateful for the amount of love that she has shown him, and the way she's really been a huge contributor to helping him change his life.
Oh, that sounds so wonderful. Teresa, what do you want people to walk away from after watching? What do you want people to walk away with after watching Forgiving Johnny?
Yeah. And so far, the reaction has been very, very positive. Every time we've showed the film, people get inspired and get very hopeful about the story. But I do think for me, this reminds us that we are in a position to enable change. And even a systemic issue like criminal justice reform can be addressed. So I think the film is a good reminder that we all can enable that change. And also, I think is also a great reminder that, look, we live in a digital world. And we have to remind ourselves, that's the world we live in today, but the more digital we become, the more human we have to be. And we have to think of technology as in service of humanity. And everything we do, should it be to help make our lives and society better.
Yeah. Noah, what about you? What's one little tidbit that you want people to walk away with?
I saw a system in this case that worked its finest, and with the collaborative effort from everybody who was involved, from the prosecutor, the probation department, the judge, the treatment team, Johnny, his family, all the experts, everybody working together. Johnny is now doing so well. He's thriving. He's got a job. He's reunited with his family. And so it's really amazing to watch the transformative effect that a full systemic collaboration can produce.
Well, I have to thank both of you so much for stopping by and chatting with me this morning. I could continue to talk to you forever, but I will have to let you go. Thank you so much. And I can't wait for everyone to sit down and tune in to Forgiving Johnny.
Thank you for having us.
I think this is such an interesting and important message. So we're going to post this online with a link to where you can see that short 20-minute film yourself. Now it's time.